Yeah, that reminds me. Recently I've been lucid dreaming, which doesn't really tie into this as well as I thought it would. But I remembered, like, those weird urges that my friends told me about. And lucid dreaming is just basically when you take over your dreams. And I think the best time to do that is when you're hungover at, like, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. depending on how long you slept. So like you kind of balance between sleeping and a deep sleep and lucidity. And anyway, I was having a dream, realized I was dreaming, and I was like, oh, I could take over. And usually when I do that, I try and get a blowjob or something, and then my subconscious gets pissed off and just throws me out. But anyway, that was about to happen. I didn't want to wake up, and I was in a grocery store in this dream that I had. And, I remember... Hold on, I gotta think about this. I was in a grocery store... Why are you guys laughing? I didn't even say anything yet. I'm in a grocery store, and I remember... I don't know, I was like... You know where the cashier line is? I was, like, looking for what aisle to go in, but I was at, like, the very last aisle in regards to, like, the first aisle. And, there's a lady at the end of the aisle. I was dreaming, and I knew I was dreaming, and I knew I wasn't, like, gonna get any pussy in my dream. So I just thought I would fuck shit up and just be a little miscreant. And I saw a lady at the end of the... Oh, fuck. I saw a lady at the end of the aisles, and, she had a baby in her cart. No, I didn't have sex with her. And I thought I'd just be, like, there were, like, you know, there were cash registers there and everything. Like, people there. And I wanted to make a scene, because, you know, your subconscious will see what's happening. I'm like... Anyway, I started skating. It was an empty cart. I started skating the cart like a skateboard. You know what you do. You put your left foot on the back, and you pump with your right leg. Started flying at it really quick. I started going, I'm gonna fuck that baby! Screaming. I was like, I'm gonna fuck that baby! She starts screaming. All the cashiers and, like, the other, like, NPCs of my subconscious were, like, running towards me. I was going, oh, what the fuck, that baby! Just screaming, trying to make a scene. And then I went, and I skirted. I, like, drifted right up to her. And I did the hang loose sign with your pinky and your thumb. And I shook it. And I said, suh, bro. And I walked away and woke up. I had a dream, I didn't want to tell you guys, but now it's, like, in my head again. I had a dream that I was, like, in Yakuza, and I was in, like, one of the back alleys, and there was, like, a really attractive random NPC that's, like, not even in the game, but he had Kiryu's voice, and he, like, pulled his pants down and showed me his butthole, and he's like, you can empty your balls in me. Don't worry, if I hide my ball sack, it'll be just like I'm a girl. And, like, I was standing in this decrepit, disgusting, fetid alley, and this guy just, like, spread open, showing me his puckered butt. And for some reason, I just stood there, like, looking back at the light of the street, and then looking into the darkness near this guy's butthole. And I was, like, torn for a moment. I was like, wait, I could just have sex with this guy's butthole. It's not like I would be able to tell the difference. But I ended up turning around and walking back to the street. And he was like, no, come on, fuck me. And then I woke up and I was like, wow, that was really gay. I had a dream today that I got raped by the, I mean, quote-unquote raped. I got raped by the girl from The Ring. And I was, like, I was in, like, on the side of a hill or something. You know, I wasn't having a picnic, but I was, like, sitting down with another person. And, like, the ring girl raped me. It was pretty awesome. Hey, CK, really weird. I had a dream about your gravy and mashed potatoes the other night. Like a month, like a week ago.
A fucking nightmare?
No, it was just weird.
That shit looks disgusting.
I was in, like, a Skype call and like you were showing it on a video, and you were like, "Look, man, I made way too much gravy," and I was like, okay." And I don't know, for some reason I could, like taste it while you were eating it, and you were like, "There's way too much gravy." I don't know, that's just what it was. I don't control that shit.
Oh god.
Yeah, it was weird. No, it tasted good though. I was sleeping with my cat's butt on my head, and she was snoring. And I had a dream that I was playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare on the map Crash. And, like, I was doing a free-for-all and everyone was getting mad at me because my cat snoring was too loud in the mic. And I was like, oh man, y'all just jealous that you don't have a fat kitty cat to keep you warm in these cold and dire times. And then people, like, started knocking on my door, and it was like, they're all like, yo, motherfucker, open up, it's us, we gonna kick your ass. And I was like, oh no, the consequences of my own actions. I can't believe I have to fight off a horde of angry Call of Duty players. They're gonna try, oh yeah, they said they wanted to kill my cat. And then I woke up, and I gave my cat a big hug, because I was glad that it was just a dream. I've been getting into a lot of fights recently in my dreams, but I sleep on my tummy and I sleep on top of my arms. Gotta move my windows here, sorry. I sleep on my tummy and I sleep on top of my arms, and if my arms are concealed when I'm sleeping, I can't throw punches because, like, I punch into the mattress and I can't move. And I'll kick and punch in the middle of the night if I'm, like, on my back or something. So because I have, like, this kind of... I've adopted the ability to be, like, kind of lucid no matter what dream I'm having. I've started picking things up and slamming them into, like, the concrete and watching them twitch out and have seizures whenever I'm dreaming. And my subconscious doesn't know what to do with that information. So it just has, like, what it... Like, I'll be fighting, like, my mind's NPCs and I'll be kind of lucid and I'm like, oh yeah, I know I can't punch because I'm sleeping on my stomach right now with my arms covered. So I'll just I've started just grabbing things and slamming them into the fucking ground. And I had a dream 2 nights ago that I was with my wife and child in the middle of the woods in, like, an SUV, and we were cornered by a bunch of raccoons, and they were, like, sinking their teeth into my baby's soft, like, newborn baby flesh. So I couldn't punch because I was laying on my stomach and I couldn't wake up because I was dreaming. But I knew I was asleep, and I was like, I know what to do with these fucking pieces of shit. And I was grabbing all of these raccoons and slamming them into the ground and giving them fucking brain damage over and over again. And watching them twitch out on the ground and stomping on them. While they're, like, eating my baby and my wife. And I woke up and I felt really sad and, like, wanted to cry. Because even though I was killing a bunch of raccoons, I couldn't stop them from killing my baby. Yeah, chat, I had a dream that my Swedish friend was with me, like, hanging out in my house, and Ninja showed up at my house, like, the streamer, with 2 other, like, guys, and they had cowboy hats and, like, cowboy pants on, and my Swedish friend was like, yeah, I'll beat up, like, I'll fight Ninja, like, they're trying to fuck with us. He's like, yeah, I'll fight Ninja. This is after the Game Awards, so I guess it's because I saw Ninja at the Game Awards, and then I went to go fight, like, the 2 cowboy guys. And I turned around, and my Swedish friend was, like, fucking Ninja up the ass. And Ninja was moaning like a girl, and after I knocked out the 2 cowboy guys, I was like going, yeah! I was, like, cheering. I was going, yeah! Yeah! Like, it was really exciting. And then after that, I told him, I was like, hey, man, like, that was kind of gay, though. And he just goes, no. And that was the end of the dream. I had a dream that, me and my roommate, we were in, like, a Dark Souls 3 world, and, like, there are zombies everywhere, but then we got into a grocery store, right? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, is this mic on? Yeah, so we got into a grocery store, and then, like, there was nothing in there but a bunch of gross cans and shit, and a bunch of old chips that were already opened. So I went to the produce section just to be like, oh, is there anything in there? And there was a ton of, like, delicious green, like, bright green, ripe broccoli. And I grabbed, like, 8 heads of broccoli, right? And then I took it to the checkout, and there was actually a woman at the checkout. And she, like, had scars and shit all over her. And the woman at the checkout was like, You're not taking all of that, are you? Like, that's all we have. If you could put that back, that'd be great. Just take a few. So I went back to the checkout, and I killed, like, a few zombies and shit. And, like, I killed, like, some wheel skeletons, and, like, I fought my way back and lost a bunch of
What weapon
health.
do you have?
This is like with the broccolis or without?
Yeah, no, with the broccoli. Yeah, a cart.
Oh,
I
okay.
had a cart, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And, yeah, so I did all that, and I put it back, and I just took 2 heads of broccoli, which I already had. And I put everything back. And then I saw, Zach, my roommate, I saw him take all the broccoli I put back, including more that I didn't even take, because I thought people might want it. And then I go to the checkout, and, like, I'm bleeding out, I barely have any health. And Zach is there, and the fucking lady at the register points to me and goes, "Wow, I'm glad you got that broccoli. That dude almost took it all." And let Zach take, like, 10 heads of broccoli. And I was sitting there like, what the fuck? And then Zach looked at me and I was like, I can get some of that, right? He was like, no, dude, I paid for this. And I was like, no! What? I was like, what? And that was it. That was the end of it.
Kirby, fuck you.
Thanks for the piggy bank.
It's the worst dream I ever had. And then I woke up. No, the worst part, I woke up, thought I had a bunch of broccoli. Thought I had like 2 bunches of broccoli at least. Woke up, realized I had none. I just woke up from a dream that I was on a school field trip in high school, and Paul Giamatti was our chaperone for some reason for my class. And I wanted to look cool in front of my high school crush, which in my dream was actually one of my real high school crushes, some Puerto Rican girl I used to have a hard-on for. And I wanted to look cool in front of her, so I jumped off. Oh, did I say what the field trip was? The field trip was to a shooting range. Like an actual like a gun range for some reason. So I guess typical American day. But I wanted to look cool in front of my crush. This was like 15 minutes ago I had this dream. So I jumped off like the highest step of the school bus, and my right foot landed into a hole and my right ankle snapped right in front of her. I fell down, and I was in like the most agonizing pain, and it felt so real. And she just stared at me, and like before she could say anything, I just took my ankle and held it so they couldn't see my ankle was snapped, and I was like, haha, that happens all the time, it's cool. And I got up and just limped away. Yeah. Anyway, then the dream kind of went off the rails a little bit, because I had to, we had to go to a shooting range, and me and my friend were really excited, because, you know, we know how to shoot guns. We're like, oh, it's going to be awesome. I can't believe we get to go to a shooting range for a school field trip. But when we got to the shooting range, as it turned out, it wasn't really a shooting range. It was a fucking abandoned, bowling alley. And instead of pins at the end of the lanes, there were just sandbags and, like, cardboard cutouts of people to shoot. And Paul Giamatti, again, was the chaperone, and he was like, alright, kids, just go ahead and pick whatever gun you like. And, like, everyone was just, there was no gun safety or anything. Everyone was just picking up their guns and pointing them at each other with the safeties off and trying to put wrong rounds into their magazines. And I was like, holy shit, this is really dangerous. We're not even at a shooting range, and no one's telling anyone what to do. And then Paul Giamatti was like, alright, go wild, just shoot down the lanes. And then at some point, Nero Claudius from Fate Grand Order showed up, or Fate, whatever, she's been in the other ones before that. She shows up in her school uniform, and she was like, hey, you want to see something cool? And she took my shotgun from me and started shooting at Saber from Fate Stay Night at the end of one of the lanes, and Saber was like doing backflips and shit, dodging all the shotgun pellets. Anyway, it really hurt when I broke my ankle, and I know I didn't actually break it, but I can still like feel the pain in my leg.